I mean, for the people that have been here for some time, I spent a long, long time struggling with alcohol addiction. I spent many, many years of my life where I would smell it and just desire to want it. But when Jesus met me literally at a rest stop and took me out, I haven't had an inkling, a feeling, an emotion. I haven't had one thing in my life that has tried to drive me back to that. When I smell it, I get nauseous. That's what God has done in my life. And some people are like, I don't believe you. You don't have to. You don't live in my home. You know who does? My beautiful wife, who dealt with that probably for about 23 years. She knows the difference. Some of my children who watched me struggle with it for about 7 or 8 years, who see me today, they know the difference. I don't need justification from a human being. I only need justification from the one. Now, when we dig into the book of Romans, we need to understand that the Apostle Paul, when he wrote this, he was bringing the truth of the gospel to light. He was telling us that there was no more guilt, no more shame, no more rejection from life. He was bringing us the verdict, simply this, as a judgment, is that you're not guilty, because if you believe in Christ and you have Jesus inside of you, you are not guilty any longer. There's no condemnation on your life. When you walk with Jesus, there's no condemnation. Can you do wrong things? Yes, because we have this thing called free will, and we will choose sometimes to maybe not do the right thing. But when you embrace what the Lord is doing in your life, you will not make those wrong decisions. You might think smarter. You might discern what the Lord is doing, be like, that's probably not a good idea. But if you choose to do it, most of us will deal with the consequences by being accountable and responsible for taking those responsibilities on. But you're not guilty. You're not guilty. For the ones in this room today that might be dealing with something from the past, you're a child of God. You're not guilty. For the ones that are carrying a heavy burden of having to walk with someone who's dealing with something, you're not guilty. You're not.